and Vinita for arranging this for each one of us to share where we come from and B, what's the plan ahead, what's the plan that we as Sector Skill Council have, and how synergies can be matched with CFRCSR on board with us. So that's what we are here from. Couple of our SSE colleagues, I can see them who are here, know what we are for, but just for everyone else, I represent Beauty and Wellness Sector Skill Council. We've, just like Dr. Rupak mentioned, we've been under the aegis of Ministry of Skill Development and Entrepreneurship, promoted by CII. We were formed in 2014, and in the last 8 years, we've certified and trained more than 10 lakh students. And I very proudly mention here that out of this 10 lakh, about 70% is women. So that's one thing, yes. Because ours is one sector which works for women empowerment and try to bring women back in labor force. We all are talking of COVID, we are talking of reverse migration, but the impact that COVID has had on women participation in workforce is devastating. Whereas earlier, where the women workforce participation was about 23.8%, post-COVID it has gone down below 20%. Like all the SSCs, we all work towards it, but ours is special focus is on women empowerment and getting them back both in job market as well as in the entrepreneurship arena. My colleague Soleen is here. She heads the CSR function for Beauty and Wellness. And we've, for us, getting into CSR has been something, we are taking baby steps there, and we've just started this calendar year. And the first project that we've done under CSR was with LinkedIn. We trained 4,000 women entrepreneurs in digital and financial literacy in the sector of beauty and wellness, and the CSR fund was given to us by LinkedIn. And this was done in the month of March. It's been almost now 9 months. And the kind of traction we've seen post that 68 hours of training has been encouraging for us and has been motivated us to go ahead and do more CSR programs. So that's when Mr. Mahapatra and Vinita connected with us, and we were very happy. And the program that we've co-developed is very, very, I would say, closer to the roots, as was mentioned by Mr. Mahapatra, that we are only looking at maybe the urban and the rural-urban development. But services in beauty and wellness is something which is needed even in the rural areas. Bal katwana, whether we stay in Delhi or in Mumbai or in Jabalpur or maybe in Timbuktu, बाल सबको काटने की ज़रूरत पड़ती है. And when we come on the women part of it, then we all need makeups. And in fact, you will all be surprised कि जब शादी गांव में शादी होती है, the kind of makeup requirement that they have, because they do not get dressed up on a daily basis. For them, that's something very unique and novel to do it. The entire families have to be groomed up to that level for the wedding, and all these freelancers and the single entrepreneur centers that are there, they send the complete brigade of makeup artists and hairdressers and drapists in all these villages to set up a temporary kind of a salon, if there does not exist one, to not just take care of the bride and the family, immediate family, but the entire thing. And the same thing is being rubbing off even in destination weddings. We all have been going to destination weddings. The moment you go to a destination wedding, everything is being taken care of. It's like a part, it's become a part of the wedding planner's checklist that the beauty salon needs to be set up. So that's the kind of opportunities we have for freelancers. But having said that, since I mentioned we are representing beauty and wellness, so beauty is one component. Under wellness, it's a 24/7 kind of a requirement that each one of us has. And COVID, at least in some way, has shaken all of us and has told us and has shown it to us that in case if we are physically, mentally, emotionally not well, forget about looking beautiful, we can't even sustain ourselves. So we've got other subsectors with us, which is alternate therapies, yoga, fitness, weight management, production and manufacturing of beauty consumables, the products that we use, and it starts from as simple as a face wash, going up to your shampoos, your skincare regimes, your creams, your hands and feet cream, everything that we use in a day. And I think specifically for women, I can specifically talk of, in our washrooms we at least have 6 to 7 brands lying there. Face wash alag hoga, body wash alag hoga. So all that manufacturing is done by beauty professionals. And Dr. Rupat ne jaise bataya ki with China going down, everyone is looking towards India, and similarly China going down has been a boom for us also. China was one supplier of the raw material which was coming very, very cheap. In fact, the biopeptides that go in our skin creams, the collagen molecules, they all were getting imported from China. But now with China being on a standhold, we've started creating those capabilities and capacities in India in manufacturing space, as well as raw material is one, packaging material for beauty product is also very important. जो दिखता है वो बिकता है. So if you buying a Olay cream or maybe any cream, you name it, which is for 1,000 rupees, let me tell you, the product cost inside that bottle is only 30%. 70% cost is the packaging and the labeling. So that's the kind of opportunities we have for the packaging industry, for beauty products and for the consumables. When I talk of beauty products, I not only talk of the color cosmetics, but even basically our products that we use in basic, the hands and feet and your bathing products, shampoos and all, they all form a part of it. Having said that, and sharing with you that we've trained more than 10 lakh students, and we proudly state here that Mr. Mahapatra ne bola tha 70% employment. We've got 55% employment and 45% are entrepreneurs. This is again one of the very few industry where the threshold between asking for a job and becoming a job giver is very, very low. So you move from a job seeker to a job giver in a short span of time. आपने कोर्स किया, सीखा. We recommend you should practice under a trainer or maybe under a supervisor for at least 6 months to a year, क्योंकि यहाँ पे कोई delete button नहीं होगा. If you cut somebody's hair and बाल ठीक नहीं काटे, you just can't paste it back. Anything that you do, and if it's not done properly, it's done forever and it will take time for the damage to be repaired. So it's important that they get a proper kind of an OGT, on-job training, or maybe an apprenticeship for 6 months to a year to 2 years, post which we come forward and we help them set up, even if it's a small salon that you need to set up, which can be within your living space if you want. And we all see wherever we stay, हमारे आस-पास there will be a barber shop, there will be a salon, and some of the salons are at home salons. Barber shops are as good as maybe a Tony and Guy kind of a barber shop to a barber shop under the banyan tree. वहाँ पे भी बाल काटे जाते हैं. And अच्छा, they also do a very good work. Reason for that being because in a day they do maybe 25 to 30 haircuts versus a salon which might do 8 to 10 haircuts. So practice. It's the more you practice. So we handhold you in setting it up. And another thing I'd like to share here is that for our sector, setting up a salon, और जैसे मिस्टर महापात्रा ने बताया CSR वहाँ लगता है जहाँ दिख सके, it's very, very low. The kind of capacity needed is anywhere from 1 lakh to 3 lakh, and a small salon setup with 2 cutting chair and 1 facial bed can be easily set up. We in fact at this point of time are promoting another CSR scheme which is called returnable grant, where we are giving kits, working kits, like an urban company. We all must have tried urban company. So urban company, what they do is they have got partners onboarded with them, and I must share here, all of those partners who are on urban company, they are either trained through BWSSC or they are carrying the RPL. recognition of prior learning certificate from DWSSC, and we do a paid RPL for urban company, and we've done more than 10,000 Sunny already with them. So what they do is, an urban company will give their partners a kit, and they go and they perform services at home, and there's a sharing, just like an Ola and a Uber. Whereas in Ola and Uber, the driver needs to have a car, which is a heavy asset, needs a lot of investment. Here, that kit can start from as little as 5,000 to 10,000, goes up till 50,000 to a lakh of rupees also. But we are hand-holding again women, and we've taken a very small pilot project to handhold about 330 women, under which we are giving them these kits, where they can immediately, they should have some experience of working, and with the kit given, they immediately get onto their being their own, and there's no sharing happening with any of the promoter. So those are some of the CSR that we are doing as a Sector Skill Council. Now with the CFR coming on board with us and the MOU that we've signed, we need to look ahead and need to make this a bigger hue and cry so that it reaches the masses, and we are able to touch good kind of numbers where not just an immediate impact of skilling is seen, but a hand holding and the livelihood sustainability, as was mentioned, is seen for all of us. So that's from our side. Thank you so much.
What a lovely topic. I'm sure, first of all, let's have a huge round of applause for all the beautiful women out here. Well, thanking Miss Baer. It was lovely meeting you and listening to you as well. So moving on to the next person, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to call